can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy?
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. It's Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
7-yard line.
Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
6 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Let's go, ladies. Let's go, defense.
Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Bears nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
15 yards on the play, first down. Carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 40.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time, and it's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got Miller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He's going to keep this again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back to throw now on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. 4 yards. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
At the 29-yard
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed, because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Watch time. Tie your rope. You got the lady. Check 52. Check 26. Check 26. 49. Check
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And here's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
35 is the mic. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
45 the mic. 45 the mic. 6 man. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls.
On second and goal, Darnold, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
At the 7-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
The pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play, and it brings up third down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
3-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Montgomery.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Darnold on 3rd down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Three bud. 45. Mike, 45.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
Good.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Tariq Cohen.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
A gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Second and 6. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Chicago.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike.
They're going to look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. 51, come on. 51, come on. Watch the run.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Panthers will get the football back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
22, Christian.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over.
First and 10. At their own.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Robinson.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
48-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check right 45. Check right 45. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chain. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Good shot, baby, that's amazing.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Bang, 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 bang.
Darnold going to keep this himself, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Hey, time. 45. Check my 45. Come on, D. 45's the mark. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Darnold from the gun. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the... And oh, he coughed it up. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Don't say nothing. Waiting. Safety's creeping. Safety's creeping. No, no, no.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 8.
Mike, 45. I got it. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Here's McCaffrey. Stays on his feet. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. All day.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. P.J. Walker, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Watch the run.
2nd and 2. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm scared.
Going deep this time for Miller. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10.
The score, Panthers 31, Bears 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Down at the 28.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Check. 45 the mic. I got him. 45. Mike, 45. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
The Bears first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's second down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as time